We are going to get going right here. Break 743. This 2021 Score One Box Pick Your Team. I think we've got one more score break posted on the website, and that is a Score Team Random. Let's rip. All righty. Terry Bradshaw's the first of these veterans. Von Miller right there. And then a Julian Edelman all-hands team, a Joe Burrow breakthrough, and a Trevor Lawrence NFL draft of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Followed up by a fantasy teams. Or fantasy sports. This one between Kirk Cousins, Taysom Hill, and Ryan Tannehill, followed by a Juju Smith-Schuster celebrations. Then we have Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers, followed by Baron Browning of the Broncos, and Elijah Molden of the Tennessee Titans. Then another Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars, followed by Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne, also of the Jaguars. And then we have Felipe Franks of the Atlanta Falcons, followed up by Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins. Yes, I'll be very sad to see Score go and get into legacy and contenders draft picks this week. Then we have Tyler Vaughns of the Indianapolis Colts and Patrick Surtain II of the Denver Broncos. Gotta say, I'm glad he didn't get picked up by the Dolphins because his father terrorized the Bills for quite a few years. And Frank Gore. And that's the first pack of Score. I do have to say, though, that with all these veterans, I'm definitely seeing names of players that I didn't even know existed. So I guess that is one of the benefits to Score right there. A Jamar Jefferson of the formerly of the Oregon State Beavers, currently of the Detroit Lions. That's the scorecard edition right there. Followed up by a Hot Rookies Rashad Bateman. Hot Rookies Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens, of Fantasy Stars to randomize. And then we've got Tylan Wallace of the Baltimore Ravens. Our next card is a Raven as well, and it's a Sean Wade out of 50 Gold Zone auto. And that is going to be going to Eric. Followed up by Victor Jamuki of the Arizona Cardinals and Nick Bolton of the Kansas City Chiefs, followed by Trey Sermon of the San Francisco 49ers. Then we've got Daz Newsome of the Chicago Bears, and Rashad Bateman of the Baltimore Ravens, followed by Azeez Olahare of the New York Giants. And then we've got Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Damon Hazelton Jr., our first undrafted of this break. Then we've got Jamar Chase of the Cincinnati Bengals. Followed up by some vets to get this pack over with. On to our third pack of Score. And folks, remember, I would love to see some of that 2020-21 Contenders basketball that just came out this on Wednesday. We're running 15% off all Contenders basketball using the promo code CONTEND15. Darius Slayton out of 100 for the New York Football Giants. That's the showcase. And then a breakthrough CeeDee Lamb. Oh, man, we're going to have some points. One moment here. Breakthrough CeeDee Lamb, followed by a Jarrett Patterson of the Washington football team. Another fantasy stars right there. Looks like we're going to have 250 points to randomize here at the end. 250 points. Then we've got Tommy Tremble of the Carolina Panthers, Jalen Darden of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, followed by Javon Holland of the Miami Dolphins, Michael Carter of the New York Jets, Larry Roundtree of the Los Angeles Chargers, Amon St. Brown of the Detroit Lions, and Brevin Jordan of the Houston Texans. Followed up by Groot of the Buffalo Bills. And then we've got a Trey Lance of the San Francisco 49ers. That's going to be going to Joseph. And then our veterans of this third pack of score. Into our fourth pack of score right here. DJ Chark, do 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 do. DJ Chark, do 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 do. DJ Chark. We got Josh Kelly right there. Then we're gonna have a Akeem Hicks scorecard, a celebration. Tyreek Hill, followed by a hot rookies. Terrace Marshall Jr. of the Carolina Panthers. An all-hands team, DeAndre Hopkins, a Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles, followed by Stevie Scott of the New Orleans Saints, and Demetric Felton of the Cleveland Browns, followed by Sean Wade of the Baltimore Ravens. Then we've got Shi Smith of the Carolina Panthers. He didn't have to go far. Followed by Quincy Roche of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then we've got Javian Hawkins of the Atlanta Falcons and Kadarius Toney of the New York Giants, followed up by Rondale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals and our Ramondre Stevenson of the New England Patriots. And Alex Smith to finish that off. And while you're here for Score, if you're in these Score eBay breaks, I'm assuming you'll follow up and join our Legacy eBay breaks that are going to be on Wednesday and Friday. And then our Contenders eBay breaks that are going to be on Friday. Remember, this coming week, our shows are Wednesday and Friday. We're going to have 2 release parties. And you can enter those release parties with the promo code PRESALE15 to get 15% off any of those pre-sale breaks. There we go. There's some Baby Davis. Would love to see him take a giant step here in year 2 and show that he could be a true option there on the outside. A true long-term wide receiver 2. And then we've got a Justin Fields, hot rookies of the Chicago Bears. Yeah, we're doing a release party for the Contenders football draft picks. Celebration TJ Watt, all hands team, Travis Kelce. Followed up by a Robbie Anderson 12 out of 50 gold zone auto, and that is going to be going to Gabe. Yeah, our first Friday break, Haley. we just felt like, one, we could have the release party with the contenders draft picks, and two, give everyone here off some days for Memorial Day to spend time with their family and friends. J.C. Horn of the Carolina Panthers and two back-to-back Justin Fields always goes Ohio State, and then the Georgia Justin Fields, both of those going to Donnie with the Bears. Then we've got Dwame Brown of the Washington football team and Caleb Farley of the Tennessee Titans, followed by CJ Marabelli, who will be randomized at the end of this because he's undrafted. Then we have Chaz Surratt of the Minnesota Vikings and Kenneth Gainwell of the Philadelphia Eagles, followed by another undrafted. This time it's a quarterback, and it's Brady White. Then we've got Cam Newton is one of our veterans to finish off this pack, and now we are halfway through this break. Two spots left in the Topps Inception 4-box 3-team random. Would love to take a trip to BreakTraders Park tonight. We've got 11 spots left in the Mosaic Football. Pick your team. 12 spots left in the Chronicles. Pick your team. 14 spots left in the Prism Basketball Hobby Team Random. Tommy Tremble of the Carolina Panthers, and that's a scorecard. Followed up by a Celebrations Brandon Ayuk, and then we've got a Kyle Trask, formerly of the Florida Gators. Now he didn't have to travel far, and now he's under Tom Brady's tutelage up there in Tampa Bay. Another Fantasy Stars to randomize, and then Tom Brady's 356th career touchdown pass. Followed up by Jabril Cox of the Dallas Cowboys, and then Tylan Wallace of the Baltimore Ravens, Trey McKitty of the Los Angeles Chargers, and Boogie Basham of the Buffalo Bills, followed by another Kyle Trask. Still the same team up there in Tampa, and then Davis Miles of Houston, which I would bet he ends up starting at some point this year. Then we've got Jarrett Peterson of the Washington football teams and Puka Williams of the Cincinnati Bengals. And our last rookie in this pack is Nico Collins of the Houston Texans. And then we've got Cole Beasley. Love Cole Beasley on the field, but he definitely caused a lot of backlash and fighting on Twitter with his vaccine comments and thoughts, which, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion on the vaccine, but I don't understand why it causes such aggressive fights and responses. I mean, I guess I do, but I don't understand why Cole Beasley would decide to throw himself in the middle of that. But Joe Schobert, DeAndre Swift right there. A Tom Brady scorecard. This is a New England Patriots card, and that's going to be going to Matthew. Then we've got a Penei Sewell. Double M, I appreciate that. Penei Sewell of the Detroit Lions. Luckily, we've only got one more box of score in-house. Ronald Jones, breakthrough. A.J. Brown of the Tennessee Titans. Devontae Adams, all hands team. Then we've got Trevon Moring of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Zach Smith, an undrafted QB, followed by Peyton Ramsey, an undrafted QB that will be randomized at the end. Then we've got Sage Surratt of the Detroit Lions, followed by Hunter Long of the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, folks, remember 15% off all Contenders basketball breaks tonight. Kwity Paye of the Indianapolis Colts, and then Zach Wilson of the New York Jets, and Sam Ellinger of the Indianapolis Colts, followed by Jamar Jefferson of the Detroit Lions. And then back to some veterans. And Ronald Jones II to finish off that pack. $744 does have some open teams. Ooh, we've got a gold zone. Gold zone, Justin Herbert. And this might be one of the first veterans, it's not an auto, that's going to be going into a top loader there. Then we've got the Fantasy Stars, Justin Herbert, Chase Claypool, and Patrick Mahomes. A celebration, Ryan Tannehill, followed by a Mac Jones. 745 has some open teams as well. Then another Fantasy Stars, 2 randomized, followed up by Devontae Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles, Elijah Mitchell of the San Francisco 49ers, and Marquez Stevenson of the Buffalo Bills, followed by Adekombo of the Atlanta Falcons, and Jeremiah Owusu-Kamara of the Cleveland Browns, followed by Chuba Hubbard, and that is with the Carolina Panthers. Then we've got Seth Williams of the Denver Broncos. And KJ Costello undrafted, so we will be randomizing him. And then Christian Barmore of the New England Patriots. And we're back into some veterans as we only have 2 packs left in this score break. And if you're here for the eBay auction, 744 and 745, those will be going on right after we complete this score. Feel free to take the time while you're here to check out BreakTraders.com and take 20% off your first purchase using the code NEWBT. NEWBT, and then maybe you'll get hooked. And if you can take 20% off any purchase of any break with that first one. And then if you're a returning customer, you always get 10% off 3+ spots. And tonight we're really running the Contenders basketball that just came out, and you can get 15% off that. Jamar Chase with the Cincinnati Bengals, and a hot rookies Trey Lance, followed up by a celebration James Washington, and then a Tyson Campbell auto, and that is of the Jacksonville Jaguars, so that's going to be going to Matthew. Then we've got Jamie Newman of the Philadelphia Eagles, Shane Buechele of the Kansas City Chiefs, Pat Freiermuth of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Chris Evans of the Cincinnati Bengals, and Elijah Moore of the New York Jets, followed by another Tyson Campbell, this one not an auto, with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Dylan Morris, another Jacksonville Jaguar right there. And we have the Asante Samuel Jr. of the Los Angeles Chargers, followed by Ben Skornick of the Los Angeles Rams. And then we're back into these veterans to finish off this second to last pack and break 743. Alrighty, the last pack here. Young-Hoo Koo, Kyle Rudolph, Ben Roethlisberger, Michael Pittman. And Emmanuel Sanders now with the Buffalo Bills. Scorecard, Greg Zuerlein, All Hands Team, Tyreek Hill, Breakthrough, Josh Jacobs, followed by an NFL Draft, Justin Fields. Another Fantasy Stars to randomize. Then we've got Kenny Yeboah of the New York Jets, Patrick Jones, the second of the Minnesota Vikings, followed by Mac Jones of the New England Patriots. Yeah, I would love to see BT Park, and we have an easy way to get there with that 4-boxer of Topps Inception. Ian Book with the New Orleans Saints. Followed up by Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons. Then we've got Rakeem Boyd of the Detroit Lions. And Chatarius Tutu Atwell of the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, there's that Bowman eBay on the schedule, but I'd still love to see the Topps Inception up there. Dwayne Eskridge of the Seattle Seahawks, followed by Kylan Hill of the Green Bay Packers. And now we have some vets to finish off this last pack. Alrighty. First, we will randomize the Panini points. The points that were in this break 743. 250 of them. That is 9. 9 times right there. Let's randomize it. I thought you meant the ice, some of the cracked ice in contenders. Boom, it is going to Freddie. Freddie, congratulations on those points. And now we're going to do the undrafteds. Damon Hazelton 1, CJ Marabelli 2, Brady White 3, Zach Smith 4, Peyton Ramsey 5, and KJ Costello 6. Let's see. That's going to be 6-time randomization right there. Alrighty. And 5841 gets the Damon Hazelton. Slip Tim with CJ Marabell. Brady White going to Eagle Boy. Zach Smith going to Beauty 5338. Peyton Ramsey going to Irby 6857. And KJ Costello going to Gabe NC10. Let's get these Fantasy Star randomizations done as well. Out of the box doesn't count. We're going to randomize this one 6 times. There is still one more. That's going to Kansas City. We're going to randomize this one 4 times. 4 times right there. And that is going to Kansas City. This one we will randomize 5 times. 5 times right there. And let's go into the Chargers. Then this one between the Broncos, Bills, and Carolina. We're going to randomize it 2. Sorry, I didn't do the first one. There we go. It's going to Carolina. This next one going to be between Baltimore, Green Bay, and Tampa Bay. Yeah, we'll definitely look into a two-year break multi-year break for some of these next products that we've got coming up. And then we have this one going to the Ravens. The Ravens getting that one. Followed up by the 6th one of these Fantasy Stars to randomize right here between Kansas City, Seattle, and Minnesota. We're going to randomize that twice. That's going to Minnesota. And then our 3rd and final randomization our 7th and final randomization of this break is going to be randomized 5 times right there. And that's going to Tennessee. All right, let's run down some of these rookie QBs that we hit. We have Mac Jones of the New England Patriots, Ian Book of the New Orleans Saints going to Cynthia, Justin Fields going to Donnie, Shane Buscelli going to Brant, Jamie Newman going to Timothy, Trey Lance going to Joseph, Mac Jones going to Matthew, Sam Ellinger going to Melissa, Jarrett Patterson wasn't supposed to be in those guys, sorry there, Davis Mills going to Cynthia, Kyle Trask to Melissa, Justin Fields to Donnie, Justin Fields to Johnny, Justin Fields to Donnie, Trey Lance to Joseph, and Trevor Lawrence to Matthew. And now our featured cards. We had another Trevor Lawrence rookie right there. And then we have a Robbie Anderson gold zone out of 50, followed by a Tyson Campbell and then a Sean Wade out of 50. That's Sean Wade of the Baltimore Ravens going to Eric, Tyson Campbell of the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Matthew, and this Robbie Anderson of the Carolina Panthers going to Gabe. And that's the end of break 743.